been a lot of defining moments in my life. I think when my wife got diagnosed with cancer when she was pregnant with our youngest child, she was 9 months pregnant. I remember being on the phone in the kitchen when she got diagnosed. She went through 6.5 years of treatment and passed away. It'll be 20 years this August. Because she didn't make it, I think that drives me to help other families to be in a better place so maybe they can make it.
The defining moment in my life was when I was 25 and my older sister was murdered. It was, of course, very unexpected and nearly impossible to deal with, and it still is. But when I think of my leadership skills and why I do the things I do and make the choices I do, I honestly always realize how much of it comes back to that hardest moment in my life that's shaped who I am today.
The defining moment in my life was shortly after I bought my first company. A gentleman came up to me who just successfully completed chemotherapy, and he mentioned to me, "I hope you're doing well, and I hope the business continues to do well, because 90 families' mortgages depend on the decisions you make."
One of the defining moments in my life was when I left corporate America after a 7.5-year career to start and become a business owner. And since then, I have had 2 successful businesses.
The big thing for me was back 11 years ago when I decided to resign from a stable job and join a little-known company at the time called Insomnia Cookies. It gave me an opportunity as a leader to both achieve growth in a business, show that I could be a catalyst for that growth, but also build a really strong team and a really successful business.
I was 25 years old at the time, working for a speakers bureau out in Los Angeles, and 2 of the clients approached me and said, "Hey, we love working with you. Why don't you start your own company? We'll become your first 2 clients." So I said yes, and it's been a defining decision that 19 years later I'm very proud of.
The most defining moment in my life was actually COVID. It really brought me to the realization that when we got through that and we really started to grow in 2021 again, that we could probably achieve anything.
I'm a firm believer that you learn more from failure than you do from success. At least I have in my career. I take away from those kind of events many learnings that have benefited me into the future.
One of the defining moments of my life is being able to persevere through no. I think no is just an acronym for next opportunity. And for me, it's getting to yes. And the defining moment for me was being able to get past 8 no's to get to yes.
I've always dreamed of creating a company that people would love to work for and with in an industry that impacts so many patients.
A defining moment in my life was when I decided to basically throw all the cards in to create better insights. And that choice resulted in multi-million-dollar exits in applications that were acquired by Fortune 500 companies.
A challenge that we've had recently is actually identifying and bringing on new talent to the organization. We as an organization have to really do a better job in identifying cultural fits, understanding that these individuals that we bring on can really fit in well and be able to accomplish the goals of the organization.
We developed the culture for our company going below the vision level and getting into the behaviors, and we named that our fundamentals. There's 19 of them. It's been a game changer.
I'm constantly looking for ways to invest in the next generation, and specifically through our WeBank certification, helping young women to become leaders and mentoring them, as well as helping women to become women-owned businesses.
I've been tutoring and mentoring for over 35 years. I always like to be able to bring the strengths out in folks, so my strengths are making sure that I'm developing the strengths of others.
I think back to how I was influenced. In some of my classes, there were people from industry, corporate environments that would come in and talk. Immediately upon graduation, I realized that I became one of those people.
We have a lot of fun at Universal with our younger folks. We try to look at where their strengths are and what motivates them and see if we can align that with our needs as a company.
I motivate my team to accomplish tough things by inviting them to an exercise that I've practiced for the past 5 years. 4 times a year, do something that scares you. This helps stimulate growth to get you to that next level.
For me, motivation is all about mindset. There's always challenges in life, and you need to be able to accept those challenges and either embrace it or fall down from it. And we encourage our team members to embrace those challenges, push through the challenges, and achieve new heights that probably were unimaginable.
Our recipe for success is more than just the financial metrics, albeit important, but it's really more about our ability to support patients, knowing that we're able to help them, and our reporting, if you will, our report card upon ourselves.
What impact can I do on the world today? And as long as you wake up happy every day and knowing that you did that one thing to make the world better, that's success.
A belief that a Titan should have, in my view, is focus on people. Their lives matter, and everyone matters, and we have to continually focus our teams on that as a grounding principle.
You have to learn how to make a mistake, do it again, learn from that mistake, and then you begin to piece together all those different things, and that's what makes it possible for you to become a better decision maker.
I believe a Titan should have confidence in their people, find the right people, put them in the right place, and allow them the ability to thrive in their space. We work hard in our firm to find good professionals and allow them to be professionals when they join our organization.
Be humble where you're at and what you do, and always remember where you came from. Because sometimes I think people get so caught up in the minutia of success, and we have to make sure we show the next generation of how to get here as well.
I think a Titan needs to think about what they're sitting on, right? So you've already reached a certain level of accomplishment, and you have to think about what's next for you.
A belief that a Titan should have is optimism. Choose to be optimistic, choose to believe it's going to work out, expect it to work out, preparing that it might not, but it'll work out.
Have confidence in where you're going. People can see through you if you're not authentic. So to be a true Titan, you have to start at home.